If not able to see, you must inform me. We are getting into the poem. We had given introduction in the last class. We said that we are going to learn about Laburnum Top, written by Ted Hughes. The poem begins like this. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. The beginning of the poem, the laburnum top is silent and it is quiet. You see, this laburnum tree, we have already said that it is available in Kerala, and this laburnum tree or this flower is the state flower of Kerala and the national flower of Thailand. It is known, its technical name is Amaltas, 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 Amaltas. Amaltas is the state flower of Kerala and the national flower of Thailand. Now, in the first line of this poem itself, the poet is using a device. That device name is personification. You see, the laburnum top is silent, quiet, still. We know that this tree cannot move, it is not able to talk, even though scientifically speaking, it has got life, but even then we don't consider like an animal which is able to move from one place to another. But the poet is telling that the laburnum top is silent and it is quiet. When he used this particular word silent and quiet, he is just using the device called personification. Personification means giving life to something which does not have life. In our normal sense, we say that something has got life when it is able to talk, when it is able to move from one place to another. But the tree is not able to do both of this. And that is why we say that personification is the device which is used by the poet in the first line. So in the beginning of the poem, the laburnum is silent and it is quiet. In the afternoon, yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing. It is an autumn season. The time of the day is in the afternoon. And the poet says that a few few leaves of these laburnum trees are yellowing. Yellowing means it is getting into decay. It is getting into old age. The leaves will turn into yellow and after some time it will start falling. So here the poet says that the afternoon yellow is a dominant color in this poem, and the month is September, and it is during the sunlight time, and there is a second device used here. What is the second device used here? September sunlight. September sunlight, you see, the word starting with the S, both are consonant sound. When nearby words, the words start with a consonant sound, it is known as alliteration. So alliteration is the next device used in this particular line. First line we set personification, here alliteration is used. So the poet says the laburnum top is silent, quite still, in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. Understand that it is a September month, is the afternoon time, and the sunlight is there. A few leaves yellowing, not the total leaves of the tree, but few leaves of the trees are just turning into yellow. Again, yellow color. All its seeds fallen, you see in the picture, all the seeds is broken and it's falling to the ground. When this corn is just broken, the seeds will fall down. All its seeds fallen. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirp, a sudden a startlement. a visitor is coming to the Laburnum top. So how long we find that the Laburnum top is silent? Till the arrival of the goldfinch. We can see the picture of the goldfinch on the screen. Until and unless this goldfinch comes, the goldfinch falls into the family of sparrows. And it is coming with a twitching chirrup, twitching, sharp twitch, chirrup. Chirrup means the cry of the bird. A sudden, it comes immediately at a time. A startlement, it comes just like a surprise. Imagine a tree which is very silent. It is quite still, and it remains silent and still until the arrival of the goldfinch. The moment the goldfinch arrives onto the tree is becoming vibrant, it is becoming very active. And when it comes at a branch and it comes and sits on the branch, and the goldfinch, when it comes, it doesn't go straight into it, into the branches of the tree, but it will come and just sit on the outer edges of a branch. And that is a habit of the goldfinch. Look at the face of this goldfinch. You see, just as if it is wearing a mask, the color combination and everything is different. So after coming and sitting there on the branch, and how does it move? It is moving like a lizard. You see, moving like a lizard, then like a lizard, then sleek as a lizard. Sleek is a smooth movement. As a lizard means just like a lizard. Lizardine pole move cheyunnu. Goldfinch is not a lizard. You might have seen the lizard moving. It is very sharp moving, very fast movement. Alert and abrupt. Alert means very attentive, very careful, and very sudden. Abrupt means very sudden. Why the goldfinch is very alert? It is going inside in order to give food to its young ones, which who are in the nest. So when it is going inside, it wants to ensure that there is nobody is watching him or watching her. It wants to ensure the safety and security of the young ones, and that is why it is very alert. And then suddenly she enters the thickness, it goes into the branches of the tree. She enters the thickness. Who is she? The mother bird. And the mission starts up. When it goes up, suddenly, as if a mission is functioning, you can hear some sound. Imagine a car is started. When it is just switched on, suddenly the mission starts functioning. Now the mother, when it enters into the nest, when it goes into the tree where the nest is there, suddenly there is a lot of sound coming out from the tree. What kind of sound? It is just like a machine, only it was producing sound, a sound of chittering, the young ones all together crying, and of tremor of wings. Tremor means movement of the wings. Wings tadikkunna ocha. And trilling. Trilling means is a musical sound. The cries of these birds, it just moves from one note to another. ഏറ്റക്കുറച്ചിലുള്ള ശബ്ദത്തോടു കൂടി അത് കരയുന്നതാണ്. When it sees its mother, the young ones are very happy and welcomes the mother with different sounds of trillings. Trillings, it's of course is a musical sound. Now coming to the previous slide, then sleek as a lizard. Sleek as a lizard is a simile. It's a comparison, because here the movement of the bird is compared to the movement of a lizard. And the next phrase you see, an alert and abrupt. Here you can find a. A is used continuously in 4 different words. A for ant, A for alert, A for ant again, and A for abrupt. This is another device. Earlier we said appearance of the consonant sound in the nearby word is repetition. In that case, the appearance of the vowel sound in the nearby words are known as assonance. Assonance, assonance. It is an example of assonance. So we have seen personification, we have seen alliteration. Personification is the Laburnum top is silent and poet still. And September sunlight is an example of alliteration. And alert and abrupt, it is an example of assonance. Sleek as a lizard is an example of simile. The whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. When the mother goes inside, suddenly the cries of the birds are there, the movement of the wings of the birds are there, and together with that sound, the total tree started vibrating, it started trembling, shivering, and thrills. Why they are thrilled? They are thrilled to see the mother coming with the food, and that is why the whole tree, not only the young ones, the tree itself is, the branches are moving because of the activity of the birds. And the poet says it is the engine of her family. Which is the engine of the family? Now the family of the bird, the engine is the mother bird. As far as tree is concerned, the engine is the nest. So when you say engine, engine means two meaning. One is, as far as nest is concerned, the mother bird is the engine, because when the mother enters, we find that suddenly uh, there is a sound, there is a thrilling, there is a shivering, there is a vibration. And as far as tree is concerned, the nest is the engine. Let's continue. She stalks it full, then flits out to a branch and shows a barred face, identity's mask. She stalks it. What in be stalks? She just goes inside and she just thinks lightly. She gives what they call whatever food is there to the young one, and then it returns to the branch. And once again, when it comes to the branch, and then you are able to see the face of this bird, and the face appears to be barred. Barred means covered. You can see the design on the face of this bird, and it is says, the poet says that the face which appears like wearing the mask becomes the identity of this bird. Because when you see this masked face, the face with this particular design, you are able to identify that, oh, this is the goldfinch, or this is the bird which was making the sound. And that is the meaning here. Going to the previous slide, again there is a word. It is the engine of her family. The word engine, it is an example of metaphor. Metaphor, we know that is an implied comparison. Now, here the bird or the nest has been compared with an engine. Two types of comparisons are there. One is simile, another one is metaphor. Simile, we said, is a comparison between two similar things with the help of as or like. Engine, it is the engine of her family. Here there is no as or like, but there is a comparison brought out between a mission and the bird or the nest. And this is an example of metaphor. She stalks it full, then flits out to a branch and showing her barred face identity mask. So after going inside, she just gives food to the young one. Again, it will come and sit on the branch end, and then it will show its face, and then we are able to identify the bird, because its face is as if it appears as if it is wearing a mask. Then after that, what does this goat going to do? Then with a very delicate whistling chirp, so after having sat on the branch at the second time, then with the airy means very strange, delicate means very sophisticated, whistle chirp means whistling sound, whistle അടിക്കുന്ന മാതിരിയുള്ള ഒച്ച, whispering. So whistling at the same time, the sound is whispering. When you say the whispering sound is very soft, that means the musical sound produced by this word is very strange. We normally don't hear. It's very delicate. It is just like a whistle chirp and combined with the whispering sound, not very loud. She launches away, she flies away towards the infinite. So it once again goes into the infinite, it goes into the sky. Infinity means അഗാധങ്ങളിലേക്ക് പറന്നുപോയി. It just goes away, flies away into the sky. What for? For collecting more food for the young ones. And again, what you see is, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Subsides means becomes, goes back to its emptiness. That means once again it is becoming silent and quiet. So the laburnum top in the beginning and at the end, we find that it is silent. And the tree is becoming very active with the arrival of the goldfinch. And when it goes away, it once again becomes empty and silent. So this poem is written by Ted Hicks.